welcome to the Damon Gamer. Oh, I actually did a wrong calculation, guys. So I believe we're going to finish the game on Sunday. Shoot, I forgot that. I forgot that we had to do this. So let's start with our first video. Okay, how many are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Okay, they're good. Let's go to this, guys. I love this meme. That is Crystal there, guys. That is Crystal. You gotta say I love this video. Go to the description. I don't know what's going on. At first, I thought she was talking about me in that video of the description, but then I turned down when it was not. I didn't know how she would react to that comment. And now let's do my parkour. I actually have a secret love for parkour, guys. Probably have to reset this.
If all my customers paid with Interact debit, I'd save lots of money on credit card fees each year.
Overlooking the rails, making...
There we go. Oh, you guys have to be 13 to watch this video, guys. You have to be 13.
When I was like 15, a news channel did a story about a crazy fad sweeping the globe. It involved running, climbing, jumping, and most importantly, doing sick flips. It was called parkour.
I'd actually like to do
sweet. I went online and found videos of people doing parkour set to over-the-top electronic music with tons of unnecessary edits and effects. There were even videos shot in my city at places that I had been to. Some guys from Boise called themselves Team Paradox, and their videos might have been the coolest thing I had ever seen. Mostly because I knew the places from the videos, but I liked editing videos, so if I learned how to do parkour, I too could make parkour videos set to electronic music with tons of unnecessary effects and be just as cool as them. So I did more research. I found sites listing moves and how to do them. Team Paradox even had their own website that listed the best spots around town. Web design and parkour? What can't they do? I don't know why, but so many things about this just tickled my little nerd brain. I had discovered a secret world that existed completely unknown to most, a mere shadow to the unenlightened, a parallel universe that only a select few could enter. That was essentially just me realizing, oh cool, I can climb on stuff. But I felt like something bigger. There were others out there, and they too could climb on things. I was afraid to try parkour alone. Besides, if I was gonna ask my mom to drop me off downtown, I'd need to convince someone to go with me. I asked some friends, but none of them could understand why I was so excited. They said it looked dangerous and might require trespassing. Cowards. So I asked even more people if they knew anyone else interested. My friend Brody, oh hey Brody, gave me a name and a phone number. Alex was a year older than me, and word on the street, he was a parkour beast. So I called his house and asked his mommy if he was home. It felt weird just cold calling someone to ask if they wanted to train together, but Alex just so happened to be looking for other parkour beasts to train with, and my disappointment in my friends for not taking this seriously convinced him that I was that beast. So he agreed. He'd soon find out that I was garbage, but don't worry about that. He also gave me the number of another person who might want to train. Gary lived pretty close to me, and when I called him, he agreed to meet me at the swing set that weekend. I sat on a swing nervously. I had no idea what he looked like. That guy doesn't look like he's waiting for anyone. Those people all know each other. This was a bad idea. He's probably not even coming. I should go home. But before I left, I saw someone walking on the path to the swings. He was wearing sweatpants and looked just about as nervous as I felt. This was it. Oh man, what if I walked up to this guy and he wasn't Gary?
That was his name, right?
What would I even say? This is embarrassing. I should leave. Gary walked up to the wood chip surrounding the swing set and paused for a moment before busting out the sickest flip I had ever seen. That was the first time I had ever seen someone do a flip without like a trampoline, and I was in awe. I went over to introduce myself, and we've basically been best friends ever since. Finally, I had someone to make sick parkour videos with. For the next several years, we trained and practiced parkour at every possible opportunity. We honed our craft and pushed our mortal bodies to their limits. There were these handrails on one side of our school, next to the door without a doorknob, and during lunch we would go practice vaults. I don't mean to brag, but I do a pretty mean reverse vault. Most kids did not see the appeal and would sit on the little grassy hill overlooking the rails making snide remarks. But joke's on them. If they thought that was cringy, just wait till they find out I'm a YouTuber. On weekends, we'd go downtown to train and hang out. Gary and Alex are ridiculously skilled and would do all sorts of flips. I was too scared to push myself and risk getting hurt, so I never got my backflip down. Maybe one day. If you're gonna practice flips, it's really important to have a safe place to land, like a big old cushion. The problem is that when you're swinging through the concrete jungle, there's not usually an abundance of cushions laying around. But one day, we happened to cross a mattress behind a parking garage. I wasn't about to sleep on it, but for breaking falls, it'd do. I practiced a front flip or two. Gary did acrobatic stunts that'd make your brain explode. The usual. The next week, we went back to the same place to find the mattress had been hauled away. and replaced with a new mattress, which was great. 2 weekends of flip practice in a row. The next week, the same thing happened. In fact, every time we went to the mattress spawn point, an entirely different mattress was waiting for us. I'm talking Tempur-Pedic, memory foam, crib. The parkour gods were smiling upon us. We got into all sorts of places that most people didn't even know existed. Just about any building I wanted to get on top of, Gary was more than happy to co-sign my bad decisions. The Albertsons down the street from our school had a couple pipes running up the side that you could climb to the roof until they added a security camera. There must have been so many security systems sold because of us. I bet that really stimulated the economy. We're such good citizens. Now, there are some buildings that didn't have pipes or fire escapes or anything, and clearly, the only way to appreciate the views those buildings had to offer was through the use of a grappling hook. Gary and I always joked that anything is possible with a grappling hook, but we never got our hands on one, which honestly probably kept us from getting hurt. The only time I ever did get hurt, I wasn't even on X Games mode. I was trying to do a Kong vault under a horse statue, but I clipped my knee. I sat down on a park bench, and there was blood, but the cut wasn't that deep. Anyway, some lady walked up and kept saying I was gonna need stitches, but when I told her no, really, I'll be fine, she shouts, "You need Jesus." So that's the Jesus bench. I think the most insane stunt anyone in the group ever pulled was when Alex did a flip from the 4th story of a staircase to an adjacent building. The first time he did it, he didn't even warn anyone that he was about to. He just ran at the railing, dove over it backwards, lands the flip flawlessly on a roof that I didn't even know you could get to, all the while yelling, "Die!" I looked down to the street and some narc was looking up at us on their phone. I was pretty sure he was calling the cops, so I told everyone to bail. And the way I like to tell this story is that when a group of parkour kids decides to go somewhere, it doesn't take long. So we made it to the other side of downtown in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, whatever that means. But that was a really good spot, and everyone said he probably wasn't calling the cops, so we headed back. We made it across town twice, on foot, well before the cops showed up. But they did show up. The cop gets out of his car and says, "I hear you kids are jumping off buildings up here." And in a moment of brilliance, Alex looks over the edge and goes, "You'd have to be crazy." A couple weeks ago, I was back in Boise for my mom's wedding. That's right, everybody, she finally found me a stepdaddy. Congratulations, Mom Tom. While I was there, I called up Gary and initiated Project... Go downtown with nice cameras and film the totally dope parkour montage set to over-the-top electronic music that we always wanted to make in high school but didn't have the resources to do properly until now. Enjoy!
Oh. How many effects did you do? You guys want me to do a video sort of like this? I mean, not with the effects, but I'll probably need a camera person, but I can do this for myself, too. It'd be nice to ask you for my good tips, so.
Thank you so much for watching. Please go follow Gary on Instagram. This video wouldn't have been possible without him. Links in the description, and I'm really...
Welcome upstairs, guys. Guys, you need B13
I used to be scared of a lot of things. And I still am. Just kidding. I think most of the things I've been afraid of in my life are pretty normal. I used to be scared of the dark. I still kind of have a fear of spiders. And of course, I'm scared that soon I'll be forgotten, so everything I do might be meaningless. I'm also afraid of heights, I think. Like, okay, you know that feeling you get when you're at the top of a building and you look down and your whole stomach goes...
Yeah, sort of.
Well, that's your body telling you to be afraid and careful, and also maybe, hey, psst,
get down from there. Stop it.
Well, I think I got some wires crossed in my brain because the first time I felt my stomach do that, I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. Whenever I'd go to the mall, I'd make it a point to walk near the railings on the 2nd floor and look over the edge to see if I could get my tummy to do the thing, and it would be like, it did the thing. But now, I don't really get that feeling unless I'm really high up, which is a shame. Going to the mall used to be like riding a roller coaster, and now it's like going shopping. Gross. I think the Mall of America has a roller coaster in it, but that's in Minnesota, so I can't go because I'm afraid of spending all my money on plane tickets. I've never been afraid to fly, though, because you're more likely to get hurt while driving, and I do that all the time. Besides, when the plane takes off, you feel like you're in a race car, you get free snacks, and when you hit turbulence, your tummy does the thing.
I feel like I'd be more safe if I was driving the plane.
Whee! But I am scared of small spaces, I think. Like, okay, my old house had a linen closet with little built-in shelves, and when the door shut, there was still a little space in there. And when I was like 10, I was small enough to just squeeze in. You'd think that would trigger all of the claustrophobia, but since I could open the door, it wasn't scary. But then one time, I showed my sister that I could fit in there, and she held the door shut until I cried and begged her to let me out, and then She laughed at me for crying.
That's bullies. But yeah, I would remember
Luckily,
that.
most fears seem to fade as you get older, but sometimes the opposite can happen. So that's fun. As a teen, I was never afraid of needles or blood, and I was kind of proud of that. I was like, I'm not afraid of needles or blood, and I'm kind of proud of that. So dumb. But then it turns out that things change, which, side note, who thought that was a good idea? And now when I get my blood drawn or even think about needles, my skin starts to crawl and my hands get real weak. And look, they're not too strong to begin with, so how exactly do you expect me to hold on to this orange juice, the Red Cross? I know I got the good blood and I want to save lives too, but you've been calling me like a jealous vampire ex-girlfriend for the past 3 months, and it's got me so worked up that I'm not even sure if that last line makes sense. Do vampires get jealous?
I wanted to suck your blood, but not anymore.
A lot of people are scared of earthquakes, which is fair because they destroy buildings and trigger tsunamis, but I've been in enough small ones where nothing happened that I think I've learned to have the exact wrong reaction when the ground starts shaking.
He's supposed to be, he's almost so scared, but he's not.
Whee! I'm also not afraid of elevators like some people, because like planes, they're really safe.
Okay,
But one time I was in an elevator during an earthquake and the doors got stuck for a bit. I thought we were going to be trapped for longer, and that was kind of scary. But then the doors popped open and I was like, I've learned nothing! I wonder what other not scary things you can combine to make a scary thing. I'm not afraid of cats or dogs, but the show Cat Dog kept me up as a kid. How do they poop? A car with legs would be pretty terrifying, but that doesn't exist. Yet. It's probably no surprise that the thing I've been most afraid of in my life is horror movies. They're designed to scare you, and as a kid, I would get wrapped up in the lore and completely believe everything the movie said. All the other kids are like, haha, ooh, spooky, and I'm sitting there taking notes like, so you can contact your dead wife with a tape recorder, but demons will haunt and kill you. Fascinating. And I'm not gonna lie, after watching a horror movie, when the house is real dark, the rest of the family is asleep, and there's a gentle creak in the hallway, my heart still does a little drum fill. But at least now that I'm a grown-up, I know it's probably just a clown, and they only want to see you smile. Forever. Haha, 2 videos in 2 days. That's gotta be some kind of record. Also, I have exciting news. My friend Coco Bean just started a channel, and she's already made a ton of really good videos. She's the one who voiced the jealous vampire. Anyway, I was in her newest video, so go check that out and consider subscribing. I know she would really appreciate it. Okay, bye.
This one would probably be something I would do for me and Chris the Moon. I'd probably do that one, because, whatever. It just makes a lot of sense.
Tunes.
And Wolfie Chew.
And in today's video, I want to tell you a little something about Wolfie Chew. She is the clumsiest girl I have ever met.
Not that bad.
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
are. You are actually
I was gonna say
anime
that, but then I
girls'
realized
levels
like
of
Chris
clumsiness, which
Also, Chris the Moon is saying,
what?
I'm more
That is
clumsier
an
than Chris the Moon, to
exaggeration.
be fair.
It actually isn't, and I'm going to tell you guys why. I remember the first couple of weeks that you were here in Australia with me, and we were playing lots of Legend of Zelda. We were playing through Wind Waker, and it was a really awesome time, and we went to go get something from the fridge, and you looked at me and did this cute little smile, trying to be all adorable, and you were, but then you tried to skip away, like all cute,
Then
and you
slammed
slammed
into a
headfirst into
door.
a door.
It wasn't like that. Okay, the kitchen has 2 doors, okay? And he was coming out of one door, and I was gonna go in the other. And he distracted me. I was looking at
How
him.
did I distract you?
Because you were holding a guitar being all cute.
And
I
then
was
she
looking
goes,
at you, and I didn't realize that the other door was
was
closed,
locked.
so I just like
Ran
ran
into the
it.
door.
That's all.
Like a clumsy anime girl.
No, it
That's-
wasn't even.
He's not exaggerating. When I first watched this,
I
I
felt
thought
the
I
ground
was
shatter.
exaggerating.
You slammed into that door, you were just like...
I wasn't hurt or anything. I was just really embarrassed.
I remember trying to help you up and just I couldn't because I was falling to the ground laughing so much. Because it was so cute and dorky, and it's just so like you to be that clumsy. So that's one example. I'm going to tell you another, though. There's plenty more examples where that can be.
You're having too much fun with it.
This is my video, so I get to I get to say whatever I'd like. Do you also remember the time when we went to the shopping center to go get some stuff for dinner? And for some weird reason, I thought it would be a good idea to give you control of the shopping trolley. So you were just pushing the shopping trolley around, having a great time. And I was like, okay, surely she
can't
couldn't
do anything
wrong here. But I was wrong. I turned my back for 1 second. When I turned around to look at her, she slammed the trolley into the wall. Somehow she didn't see the wall.
How do you look?
And just
What
slammed into it,
happened
and
this time?
other people
What's
were
your
looking at
explanation
us.
this time?
I just wanted to get some bread.
And you did that by
And you
slamming
did that by
into the
slamming
wall.
the trolley into the wall.
It was an accident. I didn't know the wall was so close to me.
What were you looking at?
At you again.
And then you
It's
slammed
all
into the wall.
your
And that isn't even where the clumsiness ends.
You're
Would you
having
like
too
to
much
tell
fun.
everybody
Yeah, I
your
think I might
laser
be a little
tag
bit
story?
disappointed. He looks like he's having too much fun with
Okay,
this.
it's not that bad, okay? We were just like, we were playing laser tag with a
But
bunch
then
of other
everyone goes their
people.
separate
And
ways.
when we went
Isn't
into
that what
the
everyone
dark
does in
room,
laser tag?
everybody
Everyone
kind of
just goes
just
their
like
separate
went their
ways?
separate ways.
I feel like
And I
that's
was
the case.
just starting to do really good. I was shooting lots of people and nobody was getting me.
Are you sure that's what?
Are you sure that wasn't
all
just
in your head?
No,
Are you sure that's not in all your head? That's
I
actually
was
funny.
okay.
I don't think it too well.
But then I don't know what happened. I turned to shoot someone, but there was no one there. There was just a wall. So I crashed into the wall really hard. And then I turned around, and who do I see standing right there laughing at me? This guy.
I'm convinced that you were doing that for the whole time you were in there.
No, I wasn't. Literally, any time that I do something clumsy, somehow you're always there to see it. I remember as soon as you saw that, you just like walked away like, nope, I don't know who that is.
I didn't walk away.
You did.
No, I didn't. I was like, come with me.
Sure, getting out of here.
Wow, you really are a clumsy anime girl in real life. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it.
We also did a video on my channel about how we first met, so you can go check that out if you'd like.
I also have a Patreon where I share a bunch of my works in progress and a bunch of other cool rewards. So if you want to go support me on there, it would really mean a lot. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
No, not this video. Here we go.
Cancel lunch with a burger.
Emmy. Yandere-chan versus Yandere-kun.
Begin.
Trying to steal my senpai? Who do you think you're dealing with? If you try and take him, just know I have a knife at home with your name on it. I'm the hero of this story. You're the fanboy one.
I'm gonna pause this because I want to say there's some swears in this video, so be careful.
But if you really want to fight, then please try and beat me. There are many things that I could do that you would never dare. I doubt you'd have the courage to take and claim senpai's underwear, or tie a rival to a chair and make her wish she was never born. So drop the act and leave. I'm sure you're missing some freaky cable porn.
See?
It's funny how the
They
world
were able
is
to
so
send that
enamored
was
of
actually
your
good. They
position
changed
that
it up.
only a girl can fill your part.
But
for
all the other
stories
swears are
But
okay.
you see, let me tell you about Rule 63. All characters have an opposite sex counterpart. Like me, I'm the guy you don't want to mess with, so you better run and hide. I'll laugh my ass off as I slit your throat open and watch you die. It's not like Senpai will miss you, since he'll just end up loving me. So I'll give you one verse to back away and beg me for mercy.
You think that you're scary? Let me show you something frightening. You can't exist in a world filled with social justice lightning.
A man can't be a yandere. He's a stalker. Take him out.
My sex gives me a pass. You're what they cry wolf about.
You think politics will stop me? Just take a look around. People crave my existence. How does being wrong sound? It doesn't matter what we are, so your little verse just went to waste. So leave senpai to me, you sad pathetic waste of space.
You're funny for a dead man.
And now you're wasting my time. I have to go make sure senpai's
I
safe.
told you, asshole. He's mine. You won't take him from me. I'll kill you before you even get the chance.
You really think so?
I knew so.
Alright, let's dance.
That's all I really have. Maybe we have time for one more video. And that is the other version of that battle. This battle.
That means you, Ayano. Huh? Drop him.
No weapons in this battle. Come on.
Fine.
How much weapons do you fucking need?
All of them. All right.
I wouldn't rap that person.
Epic rap battles of Academy. Osana Najimi versus Ayano Aishi. Begin. Oh look, it's you. The freak of the school. The one who thinks that stalking my senpai is cool. Listen up. I only have one thing to say. Senpai would choose me over you any day. I mean, come on. You sneak around when you think no one sees you? Who let you in on a secret? We all know that you do. Like, oh my god, Yanchan, why can't you see? You'll never get senpai. He belongs to me.
Every time time you flap your lips is another brain cell fizzing out. I swear on my senpai that I will knock you out. You swing your hips and pout your lips and think you're being sly when you hide your precious feelings about loving senpai. Do you even really love him? You don't act like you do. You whine all the time and place the spotlight on you. You always keep me waiting. Yeah, that will get his love. I'd give him more affection than he could ever dream of.
Ha! You squirm around when he's 5 feet away. He tells me all the time. She's acting kind of strange. If you think I'll let you have him, then you better think twice. It doesn't take long before I stop being nice.
You really think you scare me? I know it keeps you up at night. If you want to make this bloody, I've been itching for a fight. I'll trank you and tie you to a chair and break your mind. Or maybe I'll just stab you. Yeah, that'd be fine.
You don't scare me.
I can, though.
What do you know?
I know that you should probably keep an eye on your bento.
What the? It's poison. That bento was for Senpai.
I'll let you give him gifts when fat pigs fly.
Senpai will never love you. You're weird and you're a freak.
I don't think he'll complain when he gets me in the sheets.
Ayano!
Hosanna!
You know what? That's it. I'll put you in your place.
Come at me, bitch.
Who won? Who's next? When will the next update be out? When will Yondev answer all my questions?
Me sorry.
Sorry. You decide. Epic rap. Battle. Academy.
So I believe that's all we have. It was a pretty nice video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because it took a long time to react to. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, everyone.